So, if you want. So we can't vote on anything yet.
No problem.
Yeah, that's...
So we want to wait for them then? to get
Well,
started?
if you, or we can at least get a little bit, if you want to get started, we can get started and move on to,
Chair's the president.
so, it's up to you.
I guess the chair is
If
the
you
correct
need
term.
to,
I just had a hard stop at 4:50.
yeah, so if you need,
Yeah,
then we might as well just get
going
started
then.
and
Okay.
if we can skip over the meeting minutes,
Okay. Well,
since we don't have a quorum.
let's do that then. We'll come back to that as others come.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody. Apologize for my voice, just because of this wonderful pollen and other stuff in the air. And I don't think we have anyone new, so everyone's got here what we know. Oh, there she is. There are others.
Oh, Ashon.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Look at that.
Perfect timing. We were just going to get started. Elaine and Sean,
We now have a quorum.
we do have a quorum. Don't get set here. All right, we'll welcome you
Hello.
too.
Hi.
So I guess we'll start off, do we want to approve the minutes from the last meeting? Anyone have any questions about that or had a chance to review?
I didn't redo them, but I can approve them.
That's fine.
It was a really short meeting.
It was short. So I forget the process.
I will, what do you say?
You move to approve.
I move to approve.
Oh,
Second.
One second.
thank you.
Good job.
And then in terms of the Beautification Award process, who wanted to lead that conversation? I think most of us are comfortable, but unless
Are you
there's-
good? Okay, I just want to make, you don't have to award people who are nominated when I send you nominations.
Mhm.
You don't have to approve. If you feel like they should have an award, definitely give it to them.
Oh.
But you don't have to. If they wear you down, it's okay too.
I will take that into consideration
Yeah.
after.
If you pull up and say, hard no, you don't even have to stop and say hi, I don't
Good to
think.
know.
Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we got
Yeah,
me.
They're just
I've done it.
nominations. You know, some we get same nomination year after year, so you can also check to see have they been nominated and received an award within the last couple of years. So we can spread the love.
Okay, well, that's what I've been trying to do, spread the
Yeah.
love.
So
I'll
that
make
was-
note if someone gets
Oh
nominated.
yeah, I bet you made her entire month.
Oh, I
She
did,
was
like I
probably
said.
ecstatic to be recognized officially for her yard. Oh yeah, that sign will be up till snow.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
sure of it.
She's a hoot.
Yeah.
That's
But does that, everyone else is comfortable, I'm guessing, the work process?
Yeah, yeah. I just think we need to, if we see a good water-wise yard, we need to
yeah.
consider that too.
Yeah,
But
Yep.
good. I mean, some are saying they're water-wise and it doesn't look good.
right. Yeah, I did one just recently that they did a really good job, I thought.
So, yeah, that's it about the beautification.
Okay. And then Oremfest Parade, I guess that is on June
10.
10th. Thank you.
I talked to both Shade and Sun River, and they weren't interested. They just said this is our busiest time of year. It's like throw on one more thing.
Okay.
They said if it was in July, we would, but. And cooks, you've been in there, I'm sure. Yeah, they're just like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. So.
So I guess we'll just keep it simple like we did the last year, because of timing.
I mean, do they want to do any like
Remind me.
coupons or anything like that?
June
Right?
10th.
No, that's what I suggested.
Oh,
He
did
said
he?
I can't even staff my staff right now. I can't.
Wow.
I do have the candy already now, so the week of the parade, somebody can come in and pick it up anytime. Got it all.
What kind of candy did you get again?
It's a mix. There's like Sour Patch Kids, licorice,
good.
Not
Okay.
gummy.
chocolate.
No chocolate. No, no chocolate. It's all gummy stuff.
No warheads.
I don't know. There might be warheads, but I don't know. But it's stuff that will not melt
Okay.
as easily.
And for the signs that we would carry, that's already, we don't have to do anything new with that.
No, not that I know of. Do we have? I know we didn't have sign. Like city
have the-
doesn't have any signs.
We have the big one that would.
The banner.
The
Yeah,
banner.
So I have that.
You have the banner.
I have the
Okay.
banner. It needs 2 people.
Yeah.
Then I also pull out a few of the yard signs, and we use those to promote that as well.
Mhm.
We need to figure out how many people are going to be in the parade. That's kind of a big deal. If we don't have enough people to hand out candy, that's going to be a problem.
Mhm.
So, of us here, who will not be there?
There's a 50-50. I don't know if I'll be out of town or not. But I should know in the next like 2 days.
Okay. So maybe just email everyone and let them
Yeah.
know if you will be there.
I'm planning on.
You're
it.
going to be there. Are you going to be there?
Mhm.
And we need to probably have some people that you guys can invite to join us
Yeah.
as the group. Since our shirts are the royal blue, then preferably if they have a similar color, so we all match, would be nice, so we stand out.
Okay.
What I would recommend is, from experience in the past, if we have people join us and there's kids that want to join, that's great, but I would prefer keeping the handing of candy out to the adults, because we tend to have issues with that. Kids get a little out of control, and then we run out way too quick. They don't know how to distribute it properly, plus there's a lot of problems with that. So they can come if they want, just walk if they want. I don't know. We've had decorations in the past, but those have kind of
Guide.
gone to the pots. They've kind of just worn out and gotten crappy. So unless anyone else on the commission wants to think of something creative, my creative input will be the vehicle that I'm obtaining. It was going to be a pickup truck, an old pickup truck, but that is not working from what I was told. So it's a 57 Porsche convertible.
Oh, cool.
So that's what we will have as kind of like the focal piece. It's not super big, it's a tiny little one.
Is that the one you had before?
It's same kind, but that one I had before, he actually gifted it to someone.
Oh.
And when I asked him about the truck, he said, "Oh, it's not working, but I have a 57 Porsche convertible." And I said, "Well, I thought you gave that away." He's like, "I bought a new one."
All right, that works.
So anyway,
Will there be
well-
trunk space for the candy?
that thing doesn't really have trunk space. It's like, I only think it's a 2-seater as well.
Well, the engine's in the back, so it doesn't have.
Yeah.
Should we bring a wagon then or something?
So if we have one, I have a little, we might want to bring a couple of wagons, because I don't think all the candy will fit in one.
Yeah, I got 66 pounds of candy.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
who wants to bring, do you want to bring wagon?
I don't have a wagon.
Do you have a wagon?
I have a side-by-side, but I don't know if they'll will they let me drive that?
Like a motorcycle side by side?
No, like a Razor type side-by-side. Is it gonna be
Wait.
too loud?
Like
Yeah.
a golf
Oh, like
cart.
an actual, I'm thinking like the Razor scooter.
No,
I'm like,
no, yeah. I don't have a wagon, but we could-
no, that's,
My
is it loud?
It is loud.
granddaughter
That's
has
the
a
downside.
blue.
I have
bikes
a
wagon.
pull wagon, but we'd have to have someone there to pull it, and then, so we'd probably need, I'm guessing, I'll be driving the vehicle, someone will probably ride with me, maybe one of my kids,
Yeah.
and then 2 for the signs, and then I'd say we probably need at least 10 people, if
Yeah,
not
I'll
more.
get a couple people to show up, but I'm sure we can find a wagon though, if we really
I've
wanted
got,
to.
my daughter's got
You got one? Okay, I'll bring
so-
one too.
And you could also
Don't worry about
hide
looking
the
for
boxes.
one.
You
Okay.
can always put signs on one side of each of the wagons,
Wagons
too.
to hang, yeah.
Okay, so I'll bring one and you can bring one, and then, like I said, if we want to talk about any kind of decorating, like if we have like 4 or 5 kids that want to join us, if we want to, I don't know.
The
what we
sign
could
just
do.
says Beautification Commission, right? It doesn't say anything about Oremfest on it.
The main banner we
The
have?
main banner, it doesn't say Summerfest.
No,
on
it just says Orem Beautification
Okay,
Commission.
just
and it
making
has
sure.
Some, it has some.
Can't say Summerfest
No,
anymore.
no, no, no.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't say that.
Okay, just
The
making sure.
city of Milwaukee sued Orem.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yes,
because they have a summer.
They've
Like-
copyrighted the word Summerfest.
Oh.
Like Orem is such a.
So what do we go about? What's
Red.
the-
Oremfest.
So it's
So
Oremfest
stupid.
now.
Got it.
So-
I'll just not use that in my vernacular anymore.
So no one anywhere else in the U.S. can use
Mhm.
Summerfest?
Unless they license it.
That is a bunch of crap.
Unless they play by their rules.
Yeah,
so
which
stupid.
you have, so it's like licensing a play. You've got to pay a fee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's-
Wow. That's silly.
all right.
But you're thinking of some other ways just to kind of,
Yeah, because all we'll have would be the sign, the car, a couple wagons with candy, and then people walking. I don't know I don't know. I
You
haven't had a
dress up
chance
a little
to
bit?
think about it, or if there's something else we want to do. If you guys want to brainstorm about something that's easy and not.
I remember when you guys had the pool noodle flower things. Do we
Yeah,
have
those
a
were the
date?
flowers I was talking about. Those
More
we had them for a
something
while,
like
and
that, or do we
they just started
wanna-
falling apart, and it was too much hassle to try to put them back together. So
Yeah, we don't want to store something like that year to year.
well, I guess does someone have like a costume that looks like a big flower they want?
That's
Flower
what I was
costume,
Just kidding.
that's what I'm thinking.
Just kidding.
My little,
That
would be
my
really hot.
granddaughter could wear a flower costume.
Dress up like, farmers.
Yeah, or I don't know. I mean,
But
if we want to
otherwise-
get some pinwheels and just carry pinwheels, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something that would add to the look of our entry.
Well, if we got pinwheels, you could always attach them to the signs or whatever, so when you're walking, you're spinning as
Yeah.
you go.
I have a ton of pinwheels. I just bought some
Do
this
you?
spring. Yes,
wow.
Like just little small ones that you hold in your hand that,
the dollar ones at the dollar store.
okay.
I was tired of the flowers taking so long to come up, so I
Oh,
bought about
nice.
Oh, my mom.
25 of those.
So maybe if you want to just bring those, and if we have,
Okay.
just for whoever comes, if we have extra bodies that don't have anything to carry, then they can hold those.
Okay.
I don't know. What else do you guys think? I mean,
I do like, if we did dress up, maybe it's a few folks wanted to be funny and just dress up that represented that, but we'll have to think about what that would be. Farmers isn't a bad idea, but at the same time, maybe it has a different connotation.
You can make some flower hats.
Wow,
Here.
I don't know. Now we have to
I don't know,
think
that would
about
be
that.
Put a pot around your,
Now that would definitely get some looks.
That would be
Yeah,
fun.
that would be
And you gotta walk
I'm not
a
putting
long
that
way.
Do the
So-
whole like munchkin.
Seriously,
Headbands.
I have some
The
young
flower
men that I
pot
know that
hats.
would do that
Oh.
just to be dumb. But, yeah, that'd be great. Love it. So anyway, maybe that could be a thought. Maybe some folks would dress up a little bit goofy.
And you had,
I've got a couple of things I want to address with you guys. So I went ahead and did the submittal for the entry on behalf of the commission.
Okay.
As you mentioned, there have been some issues in the past with throwing out candy, and there's some new rules and things that they want us to follow.
that's why we don't want kids doing it.
When I spoke to Reed about this, I don't believe they've had this meeting in the past, but just so you're aware, I got the email about our submission, and there is a parade contract. So I wanted to ask who in the commission is going to take the lead on the parade. Because I can forward this email to you to fill out.
Okay.
You just check the boxes that you're aware of these rules and what needs to be followed. And there's a mandatory meeting Saturday, June 10th at 7 p.m. over at the Senior Friendship Center.
Wait,
wait,
the
that's the
where
day
the
of
parade
the parade,
starts.
that's what time
That's
the parade
that is-
the
starts.
start of the parade.
Okay, mandatory meeting. There's a mandatory parade meeting for all entries. It will be on, June 1st,
Okay.
2023 at 7 p.m.
What day is that?
I will be out of town that day.
Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday, Wednesday. Because yeah, Wednesday's the 31st.
Yeah,
Thursday.
so
Next
whoever's going to take the lead on behalf of the commission, let me know, and I'll forward this email to you. This needs to be filled out.
Do you mind, Sean?
I can go.
Yeah.
You want to be the lead
Yeah,
on the
just send
parade
me,
effort?
just send me the information.
I'll forward the email to you, and then you just follow the link, finish filling out.
Wait,
They
so I'm
call it a
taking the lead, I'm not
contract.
taking responsibility and liability for things?
No.
You're just
Oh,
the,
crap.
You're
It's
gonna be
basically
like,
you acknowledging on behalf of your commission
Okay.
that you are all aware of what
And then
the
I have
rules
to be,
are.
so I have to make sure everyone understands before the parade starts, what
Right.
we can and can't do.
Right. Unless
then-
everyone's going to come to the meeting together, but yeah, you would be the one to kind
And
of
then
say.
if she gets out of
"We can or
control, I
can't
have to
do
yell
that."
at her during the
Right.
parade.
Right.
and do you have the list of the things of, how is it different?
I can pass this around to Sheriff if you want. I can hurry
I would
and read
just-
it. I know you're
Why don't
running
you
out of
read it?
time, but I
Why don't
can
you
forward
read
the
it?
whole thing if
let's
you'd
just
like.
forward it to everyone.
You want me to read it?
Well,
We can
Okay.
forward it, we can forward it to
Yeah, just
everyone, then you
email
just
it.
can see it.
The contract deadline that this needs to be filled out is May 30th, so we've got
Okay.
8 days. The mandatory meeting on June 1st at 7. The parade order, all that's going to go out via email before June 5th. I did talk to Liz Wolf about getting you guys as far up to the front as we could. She has not got that order finalized yet, but will email me as soon as she has, and I'll forward that to you guys. She felt pretty confident in saying we may be in the first 10,
Okay.
definitely within the first 20. I don't know what that means in scope. I don't know if there's 100 entries or
Yeah, there's
20
100.
entries.
There's
Normally
typically
100.
close to 100.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, you're probably in at least the top quarter, 25%, possibly first 10%. So only approved vehicles will be admitted into the parade. Some things about equestrian entries and making sure you clean up after yourselves. Distribution of literature, marketing items, products, and candy. Yeah. If there are vehicles, there's got to be spotters. There needs to be at least 4 spotters to walk along around the vehicle, one on each corner to keep the vehicles clear. So if we're having the car, we need to make sure at least 4 of you are there to be spotters, and you'll
those
want some for
spotters
candy handouts.
Also pass out candy?
Um,
I'm just duality
Because you
rule.
could-
it says
I-
this in bold.
Maybe
This is the
maybe
big
have 2 people
takeaway.
pulling wagons, be on the back side of the.
Yeah.
So
Side.
Yeah.
this is what I would recommend, because what I would prefer is the sign goes and then the car, and then, because last year people were handing out candy kind of walked alongside of the car, and I didn't like that because then kids are like coming out.
Yeah.
I would prefer that whoever does candy stays behind the car, maybe 10, 15 yards.
Yep.
And so if we can get, like, how many people do you think you can wrangle?
Probably 3 and 4.
Are they going to be
They'll be older.
older? Okay, that'd be great. And then what do you think you can contribute?
I could put an email out in my neighborhood and see.
If you can bring like 2 or 3, that'd be great.
Yep.
And then I think that would assure that we would have enough, and I'll make sure I get some people to help. That way we can have 2 people on the side of the car, and then 2 more towards the back that are maybe pulling the wagon that could be spotters.
Yeah, I think if you
And
had
then the
2
rest
people
stay
with
behind the wagons, and that would work perfectly.
I know we had some major safety issues with throwing candy and handing things out last year. That's probably what spurred this whole thing in the first place. It does state in
Yeah.
bold, I understand that candy is allowed to be given to spectators but not required for participation. I agree that our entry and all persons associated with it will not throw candy from our vehicle or from the middle of the street. I understand candy must be handed to spectators or gently tossed into the crowd from the side of the street. I understand that if our entry or any person associated with it is found violating the candy policy, we will not be permitted to apply for the parade for the following year.
Wow.
I know last year they had a senior lady get pegged by a water bottle and it ripped her forehead open.
Oh
There's
my
been some
gosh.
issues, so we're trying to do everything we can to find a safe compromise where we can still allow everyone to hand out candy but do it safely. So anyway, I will forward this email to all of you. It is a link that gets you to this, and I'll count on you to fill it out on behalf of the commission. But yeah, that will be there. And then the other thing, are we good on the parade for now?
I was just going to ask what,
Okay.
for the day of the parade, we usually have to be there a bit earlier too, right? Like
I would
6,
say about an hour early.
So 6
Yeah.
o'clock, okay.
Especially if we're towards the front part, because it starts going like right away, and if we're not, we're gonna have to park somewhere where those
Yeah.
2 chapels are, and then probably walk a little ways down the street to get to where our entry is.
Yeah.
And it just gives us time to get things ready. We can talk about the plan and everything. And
Because they moved it up.
oh, really?
You used to start it at the white church, but now it's right at the light.
Right at
At
the
400
800
at
north?
400 south.
They,
800 south or 400 south?
4 south.
So
Yeah,
does
that's
it
where
start-
it's. That's where it's.
It started right by the.
It started
the
like
white
halfway
church.
between.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
At that white
They
church.
pushed us up, but
I thought it always started at the light, but people would always just kind of take
Maybe, but.
chairs down the street because they live down there, so they just kind of watch the staging. I don't know. Either way, we're probably going to be somewhere from the Stake Center on the east side
Okay.
up to the light. So I would say about an hour before.
Okay. All right, that's the only other question. Do you have one other remark?
Not, I think, like, the contact information, did you want to have Sean put his name, or did you want?
Yeah, we'll put Sean in there. All it asks for is the name of the organization, first and last name, email, so that they can communicate with you. And you're essentially signing that as you represent the committee or commission, that you're taking responsibility, that everyone involved in the parade entry is aware of these rules.
Just make sure that. No
If you would like, and it's easy, I can just do it for you, but in as much as these are all things that you all need to abide by, I figured we'll just give it to you to fill out so that you know what you're signing for.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be better than me doing it for you, I think, on this one.
And the parade starts at 7, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have one other thing you wanted to share? or-
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it right now. We just had on the next item on the agenda was the newsletters, so if you guys have more to talk about the parade, go for it. I'm gonna log into what I'm using to track the
Okay,
newsletter.
their Newsletter schedule, did you?
Who's doing, I just did this month.
Okay.
So it says Sean is doing June?
Yep, I've emailed you twice.
Yeah,
Have
I
you got
s-
that from me, or do I have the wrong email?
No, I have had a lot of stuff going on with
Okay.
family issues and stuff, and I just haven't had a chance. I just looked at emails this morning from the past week,
Okay.
so I apologize for that. I totally spaced it and had my mind in other areas. So is it too late for that submission?
Nope, I can still get it to you. I wanted to get you to I think we're trying to get by the 20th, but I think we can get up to 27th, even close to the 30th. It just kind of depends on where Pete Wolfley's at uptown as far as getting it
Okay.
all ready. But you're not late if you want to get us something. I think the subject you were going to do was Oremfest.
Okay.
But it can be whatever you want it to
Okay.
be. It doesn't have to be
I'm
that.
gonna just put a plug in for looking for us in the parade. And
It
when
can
did
be simple.
when did the newsletters get sent out?
At the beginning of
The beginning of the month.
Okay, so it'll be before the
Yep.
parade. It's like the 11th. You're like, look for us in the parade.
So
Which parade?
I had you, Sean, when we originally signed up, we had spring critters from Barb, and you did water conservation. Elaine did spring planting last month, and then you were going to take Oremfest. If you can just get me your submittal as soon as you can, and we'll get
Yeah.
it to Pete.
Yeah.
And then that's all we have on the schedule. So I thought if you guys wanted to drum up a few more ideas so that I can put you on the schedule and remind you.
I know.
We had Mark in July,
Mark was July.
and Josh was August.
Josh is no longer on the commission.
Okay, that won't
We
work.
had some
So
family
you want to move
emergencies.
me up then to August then?
Who are we missing?
We're missing Mark Shurtlif.
Okay.
So Jared in August?
Yeah, you can put me for August then.
And we don't know if he's gonna be around for the parade.
I don't know, I haven't heard from him.
Okay.
So Jared, you're going to take the August newsletter,
I can.
which would be submitted July 20th, right?
Okay.
And did you say Mark had July?
Mm-hmm.
But he hasn't been to these since
Yeah.
I've been involved, I
Yeah,
don't
I
think.
haven't
Is he
seen
no
him.
longer in the commission?
No, well, he's still officially with the commission, and every once in a while he responds. Like last time I heard from him, it was for when we were going to meet in April, and he said that he was in Ogden.
Okay.
He was not going to be able to make it.
So should we keep him in and I'll reach out to him for a
Yeah.
submission for July?
Whatever he wants to, you know.
Okay.
And then I was
July.
scheduled again for October to do winterizing stuff.
So we'll just have to fill in September then, basically. Maybe we can ask Barb if she'd like to or something. Cool.
And I'm not going to button you down to topics or anything. Just do
Okay.
whatever you want and get it to me by the 20th, the month before. Does that work? Okay. That's all I had. Just trying to stay on top of that.
Any other
newsletter
business at
schedule.
this point? You know,
I was just gonna tell you about the Hidden Garden Tour. Have you ever been to it?
no.
This is so fun.
I tried going to it, but it was hidden. I couldn't find it.
It's June 9th and 10th, and it's in South County this year. I don't know if the Master Gardener Association is still involved in it. I think they are. But go to hiddengardens.org. It's so fun. There's about
Nice to see that.
15
I was gonna say, can I just take
gardens,
pictures?
and you just walk through them. It's like a parade of homes, but it's a parade of gardens.
Oh, so they pick an area and then they highlight.
Yeah, it's in South County this year.
Okay.
Cool. right.
but it is fun.
And so you've done it, I'm guessing.
I've been in it a couple of times over the last 2 decades, but yeah, I've been to them, they're fun.
Nice. Well, I apologize, I actually have to skittle out of here, but is there any other things that need to be shared at this point?
I don't think so.
We can all skedaddle out of here with you.
Nice, all right. Well, I guess we'll adjourn and then we'll end our meeting.
I second that.
All right. Well, thank you all. And Sean, thanks again for
Yeah,
willingness
so
to
just get back with me as soon as you guys know how many people you'll have, and then let us
I don't
know if you'll be
Yeah.
coming. And
Probably like Wednesday.
I'm pretty sure I can have 3, but I'll or maybe one more if I need
Okay.
to. So I can always find victims,
Okay.
and then we'll try to think about ways to be more creative with our decor.
I could get seed bags.
But I would bring the pinwheels. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
that will be good.
Color.
Good to see you all. Thank you.
Some duct